Okay.
Okay, I'm going to be jumping off.
Okay, cool.
So good luck, everyone. And
Thank you.
yeah, rock.
Guys, Jackie M, how you doing? Listen, thank you so much for joining us in the third in our series of Masters of Malaysian Cuisine live cooking videos. And I am so incredibly excited to have Vegan Chef Dave. Vegan Chef Dave is just this amazing guy we came across. But first of all, like I said, just a couple of housekeeping things to get out of the way. Make sure you sign up to our website. It's malaysianchefs.com/join today. And if you sign up, you will get access to a cookbook. It's behind a membership wall. So you will be getting an email once you sign up that gives you access to the membership area, where you will get a free copy of an ebook compilation of recipes by all 8 of us Masters of Malaysian Cuisine chefs. So grab that. And also the other thing as well is that at the end of this series of 7 days of cooking videos, all the recipes will be compiled into a cookbook that you will also be able to access in the membership area as well. So that's really, really exciting. Now, if you've already signed up and you're watching this, we have just made a couple of changes to the membership area. So keep an eye out in your inbox for an email from Paul Gray, our techie, where you will get a password reset prompt, and that will give you access to the membership area as well, in case you got a little bit confused, because we've changed some settings around in terms of accessing the cookbooks. Now, if your first time joining us, what is the Masters of Malaysian Cuisine? Masters of Malaysian Cuisine is a group of 8 experts in Malaysian cooking. We're based all around the world. We're all different. We all have our own styles, and also we all have our own different specialties as well. And this is the third in our series, and we've got Vegan Chef Dave, who's got this incredibly inspiring story. And also, before I forget, make sure you sign up to our YouTube channel, Masters of Malaysian Cuisine. Sign up and turn on the notifications as well, so that you know when we go live. All right. And I would love for you to share this around with your friends and family, because I'm sure they will appreciate all this fantastic content by all our chefs that show you how to attempt to cook Malaysian food, restaurant quality Malaysian food at home. Now, who is Vegan Chef Dave? Vegan Chef Dave is this really, really inspiring story. And Dave and I crossed paths back when I was traveling in Malaysia and doing some collaborative partnerships with the Shangri-La hotel chain. And Dave decided to go vegan early this year. And the great thing about Dave is that even though the lockdown situation meant he lost his position as a chef on a cruise line, he nonetheless decided to actually start up his own YouTube channel and create 1 new vegan video per day. And across 30 days, he was just editing the videos on his phone, shooting them on his phone, editing them on his phone, and then uploading them to the internet. And after 30 days, he was actually disappointed he only got 1,000 subscribers. And anybody else would be happy with that. Dave was not, and Dave was so incredibly motivated. He went around and printed 1,000 flyers and distributed it to his neighbors in his apartment block, and then next thing you knew, he was viral. So Dave has been going viral all over the internet since then. So I'm so incredibly privileged to introduce you to Dave. Dave, please tell us a little bit about you and what you're going to be cooking today.
Hi, Wanakam, Taja, Hao, Salam Sejahtera. Okay, I'm Chef Dave, as Jackie already introduced, that basically all about what happened to me since early of this year. So today I'm going to cook something very, very close to my heart, which is mee goreng mamak. The reason is why I really wanted to cook this and master doing this mee goreng mamak is when I was young. So I only got to go to the town once a month whenever we do groceries and banking. So from the village, my parents will bring me over to the town during the salary day. So during paid day, I got the chance to go to the town, and on the way back home, we will always drop by in one of the mama restaurant in the town to enjoy a plate of the most delicious Mamak Mee Goreng. So this is something that my mom really loved to eat, and she always order, I want pedas gila, really, really spicy. So she always order that, and we always pack a takeaway for my grandma that are waiting for us at home. So my grandma is not with us now. She left us 16 years ago. So I hope that this life I want to dedicate for her, and I hope that she will be proud, looking from heaven, that I'm doing this incredible job and mastering this mee goreng mama. So none of them tried this recipe, says that it's not good. So I believe you guys will love it. So shall we start?
Yeah, okay. Before I forget as well, part of Dave's mission is actually to, he believes that vegans deserve to eat well as well. And he loves Malaysian hawker food. I love Malaysian hawker food. And he was really disappointed when he went vegan that he couldn't eat all his favorite hawker food dishes anymore. So this is his mission, to turn all his favorite Malaysian hawker dishes into vegan versions. All right. So in partnership with Tourism Malaysia, we are very proud to present vegan chef Dave. And also, yeah, if you got any questions at all, make sure you post them in the chat. Say hello. Let us know where you're watching from. I'm going to pop out of the screen so you can just focus on what Dave is going to show us, and then I'll hop back over when Dave gives us the signal a little bit later on in the proceeding. So are we ready to go, Dave?
Yes.
Okay, over to you.
Okay. Hi guys, so first of all, when we do mee goreng mamak, so we have a few components that we have to look into. So basically yellow noodle. So this in Malaysia you can easily get everywhere, but you are in different part of the world. I believe in Asian stores you can find this, or else to the worst you can use spaghetti, which I tried before. It tastes delicious as well, even though the texture is different. So first, before we start cooking, I'm going to soak this in water for a few minutes. Okay, so the second most important thing when it comes to mee goreng mama is this cucur udang. Of course, as a vegan, you will curious, how am I going to make this cucur udang, and why my cucur udang is in brown color, not yellow? Because the ingredient that I use in this cucur udang is as the normal one, which consists of flour, kuchai leaf, which consists of salt, shallots, some sugar, as well as some soda. So what makes this turn red color is my dried shrimp. So this dried shrimp is a vegan version. So it's actually contain chili in it. So that's why the cucur udang is a little bit brown in color. Not a bit, is a lot, I would say. And then the third thing that very important for making this mee goreng mama is sambal. Sambal is very important. So this sambal paste, I homemade it. So you can see how beautiful the color is. So what's inside this sambal? Basically, it contains shallots, ginger, garlic, some lemongrass, some belacan, so some sugar, salt for seasoning, and some calamansi lime juice. So you will ask me, vegan having belacan? Yes, there is a vegan version belacan as well, as you can see here. So what this belacan made from is actually made from fermented soybean. So they make into powder, and it's actually absolutely taste and flavor as like the real belacan. I don't know how it's happened. So since I became vegan, this is my best friend as well. So sorry. Okay, so give me a moment. So sorry, guys. Okay, so you have to prepare the sambal in advance, and this sambal you can keep in chiller or refrigerator, freeze them for I mean like a future use as well. You can make in a bulk. And if you ask me, does this sambal really spicy? I would say no. It's in an average spicy level, because there are a few reasons. Because personally, I feel if sambal is too spicy, you can't really enjoy the food. So I will always make my sambal with two different types of dried chili, which is Kashmiri chili. So you'll see the Kashmiri chili is a bit like a bigger in size, which it's only give you a beautiful color and flavor, but not spicy. It's not spicy at all. And mixed with some dried chili that normally we can find in groceries, which is the normal one. So I always put a ratio of 1:1. So my sambal will not be very spicy. So before we start cooking this mee goreng mama, we have to make mee goreng mama paste. So what are the ingredients that we need for mee goreng mama paste? Let's show you guys. So we need to have some curry powder, 2 tablespoons of curry powder, and a handful of ground peanuts, as well as ground nuts, as well as chana dal, or any dal will be fine. The sambal that I show you guys just now, some vegetarian oyster sauce, basically is made from shiitake mushrooms, some tomato ketchup, and chili sauce, as well as our Malaysians' favorite kicap cap udang. So so these are the few ingredients that we needed for make this particular sauce. So first of all, we have to grind these peanuts and also this chana dal into a powder. So you will get a powder like this, which really smells so good. Okay, at this point of time, you can just take off the water from the noodles because you don't want them to soak too long. So you remove the water and just let it sit there. So now we can start to prepare the mee goreng mama paste. Yes, this is the interesting part. So it doesn't need to add oil or anything because most of your sauce is actually doesn't have to be cooked as well, but it's just that we want to mix them together. You put about 2.5 tablespoons of sambal. And then you're going to add this soy sauce, about 2 tablespoons. Chili sauce, about 2 tablespoons as well. Oops. And then chili sauce, about 2 tablespoons as well. And oyster sauce, about 2 tablespoons as well. So, you know, we Malaysian, we cook agak-agak, we don't really measure all our stuff. There's a Chinese saying says that your ancestor will come and whisper to you that all the ingredient is enough. So yeah, that's how I grow up cooking. But of course, work in a professional field that I have to experiment and also know exactly how much I put. So you can find all this recipe in the newsletter that we are preparing for you guys. So make sure you sign up. So now you're just going to reheat this sauce and really mix it well as add in the curry powder and this peanut as well as the chana dal that we grind just now. And then you're going to add in a little bit of vegetable stock. Actually, this is not vegetable stock. This is the water that just now I boiled my potatoes. So I'll show you later why we need to use the potato. So we just add in a bit of water and just let it come to a nice consistency. Okay, basically you are done. Okay, guys, basically you are done because the sambal is cooked well. So the reason why you're doing this, you want to cook the curry powder as well as let all the sauce to mix in well before you putting this in your mee goreng mama. So this particular paste, after you cook, you can store in your refrigerator as well, and you can use it like whenever you want to make your mee goreng mama in a very short time without doing everything from the scratch. So this is the idea behind of it, and yeah. Okay, I can really smell the spice of the curry powder as well as the sambal and all the sauce mixed in, lots of umami in it actually. So it's going to be really taste good. Okay, so at this moment, once we can get this kind of consistency really thick enough, it's fine. So we can close the fire now. And now we're going to fry our mee goreng mama. So let's show you guys what are the ingredients that we need for fry our mee goreng mama. So I have some garlic chopped here, as well as some shallots, some bird eye chili that I crushed. So if you like spicy, you can add. If you don't like spicy, you can just ignore this. But you know, my mom really loves spicy, so I'm going to make something that she really loves it, and as well as some red chili or green chili will do. And the rest of the ingredient are here, which we need: tau pork or tofu puff, fried bean curd, boiled potato that I cut into cube after boil it, some mustard leaves, and then some tofu that I scramble it, some tomato. This is the chuchur udang that just now I show you guys, and some bean sprout. Okay, so these are the few ingredients that we needed. So now for the first step, what we're going to do, we're just going to add a bit of oil for saute the ingredients. Okay, just saute them all together until you really get a nice aroma from it, until the shallots start to caramelize. And let it cook for a few minutes. Okay, so as we can see, it starts to form a really nice. Don't let the garlic or shallot to be burned, yeah? So make sure you control your fire well. So that's why I always put my ingredients all together, as well as I make sure the oil is not really hot when I'm putting in so that it doesn't burn. Okay, at this point of time, what you can do is you add in this sauce that you made earlier. Okay. And then you may add in some water as well, or the vegetable stock if you have. If you realize I don't add any seasoning yet because I got add the soy sauce, the oyster sauce, chili sauce, tomato sauce, as well as my sambal. So all are seasoned. So that's why I don't add any salt. I only will check if, let's say, I need to add the later on. So, oh my God, the chili start to really goes up and really smells good. Okay, at this point of time, what you can do is you just add in your tau pork, your bean curd, your boiled potatoes, your tomatoes, and your chuchur udang, or like prawn fritter. So you give a good stir. You can see how beautiful it is. It's really going to taste really good. Okay. So at this point of time, you can add in your noodles, your mee. We call this mee kuning, yellow noodles. Some call egg noodles, but these days most of these noodles doesn't comes with egg anymore. So yeah. Once you add in the noodle, please don't add water anymore, or else you will overcook the noodle. Okay, at this point of time, what you're going to do, you're going to add in this tofu scramble. Normally people add eggs, but for vegan version, I use scrambled tofu instead, which will give you the same texture. Okay, at this point of time, I'm going to taste how does it taste like. Is that the seasoning is enough? Oh my God, this is so good. Even I'm not finishing yet. I still have a few things to do, but it's really feels so good. Okay. Okay, since the seasoning is fine, you doesn't have to add any salt or anything anymore. So what you're going to do is add these mustard leaves, as well as some handful of bean sprout. I love bean sprout, so I add a bit more. So yeah. Okay, can you see? Can you guys smell from your screen? It's really, really amazing. I really love this. Look at it, how beautiful it is. Okay, so at this point of time, it's actually done. So what we're going to do, we're going to transfer them in a plate. Okay, let me get the plate. Oops, sorry guys, I'm like like World War II in my small little kitchen. Okay, so I'm going to put a banana leaf on my plate, you know, and then going to serve this beautiful mee goreng mamak. Oh, okay, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Oh, okay. Let me get some of the ingredients so that we can put on top. Okay. So you have all the ingredient in. And then we're going to garnish this with some cucumber as well as some tomatoes. So normally this is how I would love to have my mee goreng mamak with. So I'm going to garnish in that way. So you can just garnish your mee goreng mamak with some cucumber as well as with some tomatoes. And then most importantly, you have to add in some calamansi. It's something very important. And then this is the most important thing, which is some fried shallots on top. And you can garnish with some cilantro, spring onion, as well as some red chili. So this is how beautiful you can make your mee goreng mamak at home, or even you can do this and sell in your restaurant. So yeah, so basically that's it. So our mee goreng mamak is done. I guess Jackie, you can come on board now.
That looks incredible. Now, I just got a couple of questions for you. Let me actually hop over to, I've got some personal questions for you about the recipe, but let me just quickly hop over to YouTube to see if anyone's asked any questions. Looks nice,
Okay.
craving it now, love spicy mee goreng, nice kitchen. Nice kitchen, Dave.
I
Wow,
have
that looks
a very
yummy.
little small kitchen.
Drooling, looking at my screen, hungry now. Everybody thinks it looks fantastic. Zaleha, everybody, yeah, thanks again for joining us. So, okay, just a couple of questions for the sake of the viewers, especially the international viewers. Now, you mentioned the chap kipas udang, the soya sauce, right? Now,
Okay.
how is that different from other brands of soya sauce?
Okay, basically this soy sauce is a bit thicker compared to the normal Chinese soy sauce that we buy like, you know, in groceries. So, and it contains slightly some sweetness in it. So yeah, so basically personally for cooking Malay food as well as like some, you know, Indian food, I would love to use kicap chap udang, but if it's Chinese food, basically I will go for the Chinese version, which is lighter as well as saltier part of it. Yeah.
See, that's an amazing tip. All right, so if you can't get a hold of chap kipas udang, you can use a little bit of sweet soy sauce plus regular Chinese
Yes.
soy sauce, right?
Yes.
Now,
Exactly.
the other thing I want to mention is your cucuk udang, the fried vegan prawn fritters. How did you make that?
Oh, actually it contains of just half cup of flour and some kuchai leaf. I think in
Which
English
is
it's called
garlic chives. Yeah, garlic
yeah,
chives. Yeah.
garlic chives. Some shallots, a pinch of turmeric powder, some salt and some sugar and some baking soda, or you can even use yeast as well. It's just for the texture. And then I add in this dry shrimp, which you can get in any vegan groceries, which actually is made from roll or some seaweed and black sesame, soy protein texture. So it basically, I'm not sure how come all this mixture, it give you a smell of the dry shrimp. So, and it comes with some chili. So that's why my chucho udang is in like red color instead of yellow.
Sure, sure. And the way we make it is all agar-agar, isn't it? Just throw in some, and you just use
Yeah.
regular plain flour, right? Just plain flour, some sliced shallots and a little bit of turmeric, and add some water, some diced garlic chives, add some water, mix it up, and then fry it up. A little bit of salt and a little bit of baking soda, right? So that's that. But you'll get the recipe, guys. So don't forget to sign up at our website, malaysianchefs.com/join today. You'll get access to our members area where you'll get all these recipes. Okay. Now, the other thing I want to ask is you use like 3 different types of tofu in there. You've got the tofu pop, which is a fried bean curd, and then you've got
Yes.
the tau kwa, which is the hard bean curd. Is that right?
Yes.
And then you've got the crumbled bean curd as well. What kind of bean curd do you? For those of you, I know, like, you know, because I've lived overseas for so long, I know that Aussies, especially vegans or vegetarians, when you talk about bean curd, they think of the hard bean curd a lot of the time. So they get a little bit confused when they look at the fried tofu and all that sort of stuff. Can you explain how the tau kwa is different from the crumbled bean curd?
Okay, actually both of them are the same. So the tau kwa is the hard bean curd. I deep fried them, and then I cut them into small cubes. And the crumble one, so without doing anything, I just scramble it, so to make it like look like, you know, like crumble, so that I can add into my mee goreng instead of using eggs to give you the texture of, you know, when you're eating the mee goreng mama, where you can eat some bits of all these eggs. So instead you get this tofu.
Cool. Now, you also put in like some peanuts and some dal.
Yes.
I've never used that in my mee goreng. Like, do you actually roast the peanuts or anything like that beforehand, or you just grind them?
You have to dry toast the peanut as well as some dal, just like maybe 2 tablespoons each, and then you just have to grind them. Yeah, actually many people doesn't know this trick. Even when I was working in hotel, I doesn't know until one day I found out one of the hawker saw, you know, Mama doing this, and I asked him, "Oh, do you guys add this? I thought you guys just add peanut sauce." And he told me, "No, this is our secret. We won't tell anybody." And I say, "I saw what you're doing just now, so I'm going to use this in my recipe." So yeah, that's how I learned this. Yeah.
Do you use any particular type of lentils, or do you just anything? Do you use
I
like
use
chana
chana
dal?
dal.
Chana dal, okay.
I use chana dal, but actually that particular hawker told me I can use any type of dal, should be fine. They just want to give you the aroma of the dal as well as the starchiness when you fry the mee goreng mama.
Right. Okay. Now, just to go back to the sauces that go into, I mean, to a Westerner, it seems a little bit intimidating because you put a lot of stuff. You've got the ketchup, you've got the bottled chili sauce. And for those of you who don't know, the bottled chili sauce usually has a little bit of sweetness to it, right? So if you're using something that doesn't, like sriracha, you might want to actually consider adding a little bit of sugar to the mix, right? And then you've got the vegetarian oyster sauce, and then you've got the chili paste, right?
Yeah,
the dry chili paste, yeah. And was there anything else? Or
I guess that's it. The sambal paste actually, we can get the ready-made one, but I love to make it from the scratch, and I always start in my chiller, so that's why I use that. And I even include that recipe in the list, so it's very simple to make it, just like some shallots, ginger, garlic, some lemongrass, and dried chili. Just grind them and just cook with the oil for maybe an hour. So yeah, and just season with salt, sugar, some calamansi lime, so you will get a beautiful sambal that you can add into this mee goreng mama. Yeah.
Right, that sounds amazing. Now, for those of you who don't know, Chef Dave actually can speak Chinese, okay? And it kills me that he speaks better Mandarin than I do. I don't know. Dave, do you want to say some stuff in Mandarin to our audience?
OK， 希望大家可以学到一些东西，通过今天的这一个 live cooking， 所以希望你们也可以继续的支持我们。接下来还有6天的这一个live demo 在 Masters of Malaysian Cuisine， 谢谢大家。
他讲得很好All right. And, okay, so if you catch Chef Dave, like I said, his YouTube channel's gone viral, but what's really fascinating is he bounces from one language to another. So he speaks English, Tamil, Malayan, and Mandarin. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell people where you learned your Mandarin from.
I learned Mandarin from since I'm in kindergarten, because most of my neighbors are Chinese and Malay. So since young, I grew up playing around with them even before I go to school. So my parents is like, oh, this guy like can communicate well with non-Indians who speak Mandarin and Malay. So they thought like it will be fine if send me to Chinese school along with my neighbor's kids. So that's how my journey started. And until even when I was go overseas and study, most of my friends are from China and Asia who speaks Mandarin. So because I go to Chinese church, so eventually all my circles are Chinese, so I keep practicing my Mandarin. So that's the reason why until now I still can like read, write, as well as like speak Mandarin. Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty amazing. Now someone's asking if they can know the brand of the vegan belacan and the prawn, the vegan prawn mixture as well.
Okay, this I bought in Malaysia, but I'm not sure out of Malaysia what are the options available. But I think you can find it out always in like vegan groceries or so on. So in Malaysia, I got this from Just Life, which is Thai Choice. So Thai Choice, which is it's actually made from fermented soybean powder. So eventually it has the umami in it, as well as, you know, the flavor, strong flavor which you got from belacan. Recently I used this for one of my catering for kangkong belacan, and people don't believe me that I never use belacan in my kangkong belacan. They say it tastes exactly the same. And then the dry shrimp is this one from MH Food, also a Malaysian product, I guess. So this is actually made from the roll oat, sea salt, and some black sesame, seaweed, chili, as well as soy protein texture. So yeah, so these are the two things from MH Food as well as Thai's Choice.
Okay.
I got all these from the organic shop in Malaysia. Yeah.
Cool, cool. Okay. So they're actually organic or no?
Yeah, they are organic as well.
Okay, well, there you go. Now, someone else was asking about the chap kipas udang, whether they can use the Chinese dark soy sauce, which is I think they mean the thick soy sauce, which is the yeah. Can you use that instead? What do you think?
You still have to mix some like soy sauce in the dark soy sauce. Yeah. Because the reason I'm using this particular chap udang, I no need to use the dark soy sauce. If let's say I use the Chinese version, for sure I have to mix a bit of the particular dark soy sauce. That's why in my recipe you will find that I use both dark and light soy sauce. Right. So because I believe not everyone able to get this, so yeah.
Cool. And someone else was asking, oh, can you make sure we get the recipe? Yes, absolutely. Dave has really sent us the recipe. And by the way, guys, our team of 8 chefs, we all multitask, all right? So Dave's got his own thing. He's amazing at what he does. Now, if you see all the little video clips that we do and all the brochures and all that, and the cookbooks, they're actually done by Chef Norman Musa. Your favorite Chef Norman Musa is, a lot of people would know him as a TV host in a number of cooking shows, and you never would have guessed, because you think Norman Musa is such a pretty boy that he must just sit back and let everybody else do the work. No, Norman Musa is one of the hardest working people I've met, and he designs all these. Okay, so Norman Musa has got the recipe and he's preparing. He's turning it into an ebook that you guys can access if you sign up at our website. Again, it's malaysianchefs.com/join today. Now, is there anything else, Dave, you want to tell us about what you're up to, and yeah, kind of like how they can follow you?
Oh yeah, can just follow me on Facebook or YouTube or Twitter or Instagram. I'm everywhere. All my social media name will be Chef Dave Vegan Journey. Yeah, so basically you can find all my veganized Malaysian recipe, and yeah, so basically that's my mission. I hope one day I can really do a tons of veganized Malaysian recipe, because I believe they are really, I don't know how many thousands or 10,000 or 20,000 of recipes we might have. So that's how beautiful and diverse is Malaysia. So I hope through my work that I am able to bring these flavors of Malaysia, heritage, taste, and aroma to the world out there, especially for people who really appreciating like Asian food as well as Malaysian food, and especially for people who appreciate plant-based food around the world that might not have chance to taste the Malaysian food. So I hope through my work I am able to be a bridge connecting them to Malaysian food. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. As you can see, guys, Dave is an amazing guy. Like I said, I know him behind the scenes even before he went viral. I've known him for a little while before that, but he's an amazing guy to follow, and he's the most humble person around as well. So make sure you look up Dave, and we look forward to having more of Dave on in our future live videos. So thank you so much for your time, Dave. And guys, thanks again for tuning in. Don't forget, tomorrow, same time, same time slot, we've got another chef coming on board. You'll have to find out what we've got in store for you. And again, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and also sign up to our website to get access to all these recipes as well. And have a wonderful night if you're in Australia. It's getting pretty late here. And a wonderful evening, a wonderful morning, afternoon, wherever else you are in around the world. Okay, don't forget to leave us a comment and just say hello. Let us know where you're watching from, so we know, so we can track and you know, just respond to some of your questions as well. So if there are any questions you've got that we haven't covered, we hope to be able to answer them after this broadcast as well. Again, thanks again, Dave, so much, and I look forward to catching up with you somewhere else online. And guys, thanks again. We'll finish up now. Thanks, guys. Paul, you want to finish off the broadcast? Thank you.